Hey guys, welcome back. Recently a weird console has been on my mind and I just kind of want to talk about it. That console is the N64. Maybe it's because of the new Switch stuff, but for me this console has always existed in the weird gray limbo area. My friends had it, but I never really did, and the only time I super played it was at my dentist. I did have an NES growing up, and my grandma had a GameCube, but that just kind of meant the 64 was skipped for me. We even got a Wii before it. However, the more and more I learn and play this console, the more I realize why people like it so much. Well, why some people like it. Yeah, this console did not do great, especially for the time. People just kind of ignored it and it was getting outperformed by literally everything else. So the general look wasn't good. But I feel as more time goes on, people are starting to really like it. Looking strictly at the console itself, like design-wise, it was still using cartridges, which was kind of weird, and it was super bulky, so it was just kind of there. However, I think they made up by this fact by releasing so many variants. I love this. I love when consoles or controllers or anything really does this to separate the one you have versus the one everyone else has. Also, the plain grey N64 still does look really good with its colors. Like I mentioned before, they did do something similar with this to the controllers, and I think this is what started making people have their controllers. The one you always use or the one you brought over to your friend's house. And while on the controllers, we have to mention the design. This is so infamous, and to be honest, I've never known why. I think this controller is amazing. Here's the thing, it's so comfortable and a lot of people will complain that it's too much, but it never forces you to use it all. There's two ways you're gonna hold this controller, and both feel good. I feel it just gets judged so heavily for the way it looks, which is kind of dumb to me. Also, when anyone picks it up, they know how to hold it. It's not this complicated thing you need instructions on. It's just something I feel like is overlooked. Besides that, moving on. So the main reason I think this console did so well and stays with people is the library it had. Starting off with Mario 64, such a legendary game in the speedrunning community and one of the first Mario games people really think of. To have this as a launch is amazing, and then to go with the two Zeldas, these games are so legendary that to this day they still top some of the charts for the best games of all time. Even going past the first party games with stuff like Banjo-Kazooie or Conker's Bad Fur Day, you can see why this system has been in people's memories for so long. Now, to be fair, not every game on this thing is great. In fact, it has one of the worst rated video games ever, Superman 64. At the same time though, this kinda just adds to the charm. Even the bad games just stay in people's memories like GoldenEye. So with everything, is this a good console? Well, to answer that, I asked myself, would I still play this? And yeah, absolutely. For me, I think the best way to play a lot of NES or SNES games would be a remaster or just emulation. Even like the Switch Online, it's a great way. However, I couldn't imagine playing any one of these games on anything but the original console with the original controller. Even the remakes just don't feel the same. So in the book of Herod, the N64 passes the vibe check. That's it for this week, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Go ahead and like the video if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!